apparently a new trend going on TikTok that's been going on for a bit. Weaponized incompetence movement. Oh boy, this is going to be an interesting one. But before we get into this video and take a look at this little issue, make sure you like this video itself to let the algorithm gods share it around, and also sub to the channel if you want to watch more reactions. Now let's get into it.
Morning, welcome back.
Good
Did you
morning.
know that finding someone to have a nice, healthy, stable relationship with is supposed to be the norm nowadays?
Is it? I feel like it's not. I feel like people give less care about relationship and they just want to be alone.
Who said that? According to our parents' parents, our parents'
Yes.
parents, parrot
Yeah,
overlords,
parrot.
or whoever they used to listen to back in the day, our main purpose in life is to hit it off with someone,
That's
date for
right.
a few years,
Make
get married,
babies
and
and
live happily
family.
ever after. And if you spend just a few hours
That's
doom
all.
scrolling, there's enough content out there to convince you maybe the single life isn't so bad. We're starting to realize there's a type of behavior called weaponized incompetence, where someone will deliberately do a poor job of something that they're asked of as a way to avoid ever getting asked again, which tends to work to the detriment of the other party involved. Why ask someone who would just make things worse when you can just do it right yourself? University group projects, you are the bane of my existence. Put a finger down if you are the introvert that got forced to do everything because your group was too randomized.
I mean that in many ways people don't want to deal with shit, right? And they want this to be done right. So if you're going to depend on someone else, why would you depend on someone else when you can do it yourself right? A lot of people like to just be by themselves and do things their own way because they're comfortable with it, right? So whenever they get asked about things or need to do this and that, they don't want to, they don't want that mixture because they're doing all well by themselves.
Nothing bad will happen.
As when he said that, he does that shit. He is like on that spectrum of completely wishing to be alone and not be independent on anybody. But he's also in some sort of way likes to help his friends.
Everyone else's responsibilities, other than you building
But it still
a
gets exhausted,
slow and
you know?
steady, silent
There's a lot of people like
resentment
that.
over the years.
I also am like this in some sort of way. I don't like, I have a social battery. I am a social butterfly that loves to talk with always. If I meet someone new, they're my best friend from the get-go and we're homies right away. I'll invite anyone. I'll be the one to drag. In my high school, the reason why I was really popular in my high school, like extremely popular, because I used to bring everybody together. Like I was the guy as soon as class started, before the first class, I dragged everyone together so everybody did something and everybody talked. And I did it all the time. I was always like this. I've always been like this, but I have a social battery and I can be exhausted throughout the whole day. From times whenever I'm done, whenever I'm exhausted, if something is crazy been going on, I might just be completely want to be alone and just be by myself. And I think that this mindset, I don't know if this has been a thing for a long time for humans, but I feel like this is more of a norm nowadays, that people get drained by all the social interactions going on. And I think this has to do with the technology and the easy going of talking to someone. Like you have a device in your hand all the time where like over 100 people can contact you, over 100 people can talk to you. And whenever you're talking to different people all the time with different topics all the time, and you have all of these requirements being asked to you by parents, by friends, maybe you do get a little bit drained out and don't want to deal with all of this and just be by yourself for a bit.
Which will manifest itself on a Tuesday afternoon where you snap and go Super Saiyan.
And I do want to say this. I feel like if you have that kind of life and you look at a relationship, you can see that as a situation where even though you would be comfortable with this individual, that could also make you so that you never in your life will be able to get that peace by being completely by yourself. And you can see it in a way that, oh, that's good. They are my soulmate. I love them. I want to be with them. That doesn't matter. But in many people look at this maybe as well as a way to be like, you know, even if they're great, you do still need your time where you don't say anything, think about anything, and just vibe. And I guess that a lot of, I feel like that's I think in a relationship, many people, if you have these issues, that's something you talk about beforehand. And you get kind of, you know, like you understand each other in that regard.
Post the worst parts about their relationship.
Boundaries are important in a relationship. It is. My past relationship, I thought boundaries were important, but they weren't. And, you know, that's broke the whole thing. And I think that happens to many people. I think that that's how the trial version goes for many people that are in a relationship, is that if boundaries are like not upheld, it might often break things.
People off from dating. It all started when the Fire Nation
That ain't
attacked
me. Nah.
the kitchen.
Hell no.
I say in a joking manner, but seriously, what the hell happened here?
It's been 7 days since I cleaned my kitchen. In fact, it's been that long since I stepped foot in it.
Sometimes you just have to forget to bring your phone. I do that. I go outside and I go on walks and I don't bring my phone. Or you know what I also do? I put on airplane mode and put on Spotify and have AirPods on and I just go out for a run. Like I do this often, by the way. I do this very often because sometimes you need to just disconnect. You need to just like let your brain relax, and it's just really important. Else you just go insane. I don't know.
My son and I got COVID while my husband somehow managed to avoid it. So we isolated on the top floor. The kitchen is so much worse than I could have.
Because I have like people in real life constantly people constantly calling me and sending me messages, stuff like I don't want to. Sometimes I don't want to deal with it after like a long work day. After like a lot of business things on the side and stuff, like a lot of personal things, and maybe there's been an exhausting week. I don't want more people to call me, and you know, I just want to relax. So I usually just block it all off and just vibe and go for a run. That's how I do it, at least.
I don't even want to.
And I think it's healthy. It's good for you. You need to relax. You need to cool off a bit.
The kitchen smells like vinegar. That means there's rotting.
Don't dodge my text,
I
Daddy.
don't want to know what these sticky substances are, because the second that I do, I just want to quit. I throw away this cup because there is no saving it, and a huge part of me wants to feel shame over how the kitchen looks.
It'd be rude of me to assume anything about their lives based on a 1-minute TikTok. Maybe her husband suddenly developed an allergy to cleanliness. Maybe growing your own toxic living organism in a cup is a new trend. Her husband avoided COVID just as well as he avoided.
That's nasty.
The entire bottom of the sink is filled with old food.
Oh my god.
Every time I think I've seen the worst of it, I'm proven wrong. This is a smoothie that I made before I got COVID. I can't believe how disgusting things are, and I don't know how I'm gonna get rid of the smell. But I refuse to tear myself down.
Problems with family. You miss a call and parent adults result in 20 calls missing angry voices if you're still alive. Now my family is used to me not picking up.
Over the state,
but I do talk to them a lot. They're just used to me not picking up.
Actually, maybe he just avoided the whole entire house altogether. Cause I know that place smells like SpongeBob's breath after he ate the onions, ketchup, peanut sundae. This seemed to be the TikTok that started the whole entire discourse. Are people actively avoiding tasks by being incompetent on purpose? More so the men in straight relationships, avoiding shared household duties like cleaning, loading the dishwasher, and looking after the child you bought from the child store? I don't know your life.
What?
And not to single anyone out, everyone is capable of acting dumb to get out of doing things. But we are going to talk about a specific breed of person we've been seeing pop up online. We've all experienced a form of weaponized incompetence to an extent. I'll never forget the day when I asked my smoothie bar coworker to prep ingredients for a customer's drink, only to find them cutting a cucumber Kendall Jenner style, and a whole entire banana blended into a smoothie, peel and all. This is my thesis statement on why we need to open up the schools. And plot twist, guess who was suddenly an expert employee whenever the store owner would show up? I've never been so betrayed. You know what else should be included in a top 10 anime betrayal compilation? The time I was on hold for an hour to cancel a subscription service I barely use, and then got disconnected for no reason. All I got.
You want to know the reason? The guy hung up the call. What's the guy that he talked to hung up the call? You know what I think it was? I'm gonna be real. I think what happened is that the dude he talked about was incompetent. Either he was lazy, but I don't think that's the case. I think he didn't know what he was doing. Who he's talking to, the call center dude he was talking about. So he just hung up because he didn't know what to do. So he just gave up.
Got from that
Happened to me too. Use emails. Just send emails. Screw calling. Just send emails. Just be done with it.
Elevator music I can now sing.
I sent an email yesterday. Like I got an answer like 3-4 hours later about like something like this.
To you note for note. Well, today's sponsor, Rocket Money, is here to help.
Rocket Money
is the personal
Wait, this is the pyramid scheme. I love this. I love this sub. I love this product. Check this out, guys. Check this out.
App that helps you cancel
Check this one out.
subscriptions, lower
This
bills,
one is cool.
and manage your money better. My favorite thing is having them cancel things on my behalf. You're telling me I could have saved time and prevented my brain from downloading a piano jingle against my will. All I had to do was go into the app, and with a few taps, my unwanted subscriptions are canceled just like that. They'll safely identify recurring charges and subscriptions you might want to take a second look at. Like, do you actually need all 3 of those gym memberships? I'm also using Rocket Money to monitor my spendings. There are some months when I don't spend a lot. For some reason, that makes me think, oh, I need to spend more to make up for what I didn't spend. My monthly bank statements can sometimes be a jump scare. So now I have monthly budgets I can actually keep track of. Rocket Money has helped its customers save up to $740 a year, with over 500 million in canceled subscriptions. To save more and spend less, join the over 5 million members using Rocket Money today. Go to rocketmoney.com/Edvasian or click the link.
Try for free. You know what try for free means? That means there's a trial period and a sub after that. I love this product. This is the coolest product ever. You're having a hard time managing your subscription? Well, how about you pay for our sub and we'll manage it for you? By the like, Apple does all of these managing things for free, and also your app, your phone app, your bank app should be managing all of your financial situations and spendings automatically. Mine does. You should have all of this automated. And generally, when it comes to like canceling your sub, you only need to send an email. If they don't help you out with it right away, you can talk to your bank and they will do it for you, and they will charge them more. So that's why they don't want to do it. What are we watching?
Get started
lazy people weaponizing it.
Features with premium. That's rocketmoney.com/Edvasian to get started for free. So that lady's husband who left the kitchen looking like a scene from Resident Evil.
I hope I one day get sponsored by them. They probably will never sponsor me, but I would love it. That is so funny.
Gender roles tend to have a big influence on situations like this. While we are more progressive than ever before, in most societies, women are still expected to take on the bulk of household duties. If you're not Nara Smith,
are they?
Your life by making your kids.
Are they really? I feel like it's not. They're not. I feel like this idea has kind of like died down a lot throughout the years. I don't know.
12 hours before they can eat, so you can make them Oreos.
Homemade Oreos.
You might be doing.
Why would you make homemade Oreos? You could just buy that. Oreos are made by so simple like stuff, and they're so cheap.
Doing the whole wife thing wrong. Relationships aren't a one-size-fits-all.
That lady looks upset.
Some might prefer a traditional
seems like an angry mom.
Work. Women stay home.
I help out. I like
are
cooking.
More flexible with the roles they take on.
Hey, SKC make construction music.
Men work. Women stay
We're about
home
to
build,
react to their music
more
later.
Flexible with the roles they take on. I like a good gender role from time to time. Getting that free serving of extra pasta from the cafeteria lady because I'm a growing young lad is pretty awesome.
I don't think there's anything wrong with gender roles if you like it. I think there's a problem whenever you are expecting it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I feel like it's nice, I guess. I don't know. Like, I expect, like, I don't know. Like, if I'm, like, married to someone, I feel like if there's something that needs to be fixed or something that needs to be set up, I feel like I am the one expecting to set it up and build it up, right? Like, that's just how I feel. And I'll be happy that I'm helping out the partner to set something up that they want to, you know. I feel like some gender roles are nice. Like I know a streamer, right? And his girlfriend is an absolute animal. She's the most degenerate animal ever, and she had no life skill ever. But they have moved in together, and they are kind of like, you know, things are going really well. And you can see now that she's getting into cooking and baking and stuff like that, because she feels like he'll be happy about it. And same with him. He's getting more into like setting things up, building stuff up and stuff like that. And it's just like, it's about your relationship in the end of the day. And I feel like gender roles don't have to, if it's like feeling the vibe that is that you want to set it, you want to do this just to make the other person happier, because it's like, I don't know, it's something to do. It's nothing bad about it.
Though, if that automatically means I'm getting drafted when a war breaks out,
I'm leaving. I'm out. I'm going to war. I'm not getting drafted. Hell no, I ain't gonna draft.
Not sure if it's worth it. Can I at least be an archer, mage, or something in the back? I would not last 5 seconds on the front lines. Anytime you make a public post about yourself online, even if it's something small like
hell
or
no.
what you feed your dog,
I'm
you're
playing
opening the
COD in
gates
real
of
life.
Unsolicited criticism from strangers to come pouring through. It's just the nature of the internet.
I've been raising my brother since I was 16. I bet. I know. I like, the thing is that, like, my sister as well, even though I never asked, my parent never asked, she still acted like a mother in some sort of way, because she kept on taking care and doing everything, you know, like whenever she could. And I think that it's just like a automatic thing that you do whenever you feel the need to. I don't know, like it is in our genetics in some sort of way to take care of family and act like through some gender roles whenever it comes to relationship. It just is. It is in our genetics, but in the end of the day, if you don't want to do it, you don't do it. Like, it's all about what you feel like doing in the end of the day. I'm not gonna ask, like, if I love cooking, so I mean, you get that. If you want to do general, you get the hell out of the kitchen. I'm gonna do the cooking, okay? But if you want to do something, like, if somebody wants to feel like they need to do it, most of the time, like, if they want to follow any gender roles and just help, like, you do whatever is more like suitable and comfortable and fine and fun for you. Like, it's all in the end of the day just to help each other out. It's not really more bigger than deal than trying to make the other partner or individual happy, right? I'm using a flower for me, thank you.
With all these weaponized incompetence scenarios we're seeing pop up everywhere. Are these husbands acting like this maliciously, or are they doing a Shrek cosplay because they're generally not the brightest tool in the shed?
It's sharpest tool.
Let's go, Shrek!
My cousin told her man to put 4 eggs in a pot to boil. This is what he did. Are we?
So this is the thing that sometimes, this is why sometimes you don't ask men to cook, okay? This like, you know, yeah.
Are we making a poached egg cake? I would say this is a case of someone missing a few
like
basic
Soda would
life
do that.
skills.
He would do something
easiest,
like,
I'll admit it.
Soda can make one thing as an omelet. That's it. But he would probably do that as well.
Made the
I bet he would.
Baking an entire plastic container.
That's why Vey is cooking.
It didn't have step-by-step, crystal clear instructions. Don't judge me. Maybe I wanted microplastic seasonings in my food. It depends on your upbringing. If you grew up in a household where you didn't have to lift a single finger and all your needs were taken care of by your parents or siblings, then you going to the grocery store and calling limes green lemons, that's sort of forgivable.
I would throw
like
that on his head.
But if you're normally the yes I do the cooking, yes I do the cleaning person in the relationship, and you ask your partner to take over these tasks one time, but this happens.
What is happening? Oh my god. No, there's no way you're that dumb. Like, I'm gonna be... How can you be this dumb? No, please. No. There's no way someone is this dumb. Like, it's obvious. This is not about... No. Like, I can sort of understand the egg in a pot thingy, but like this, bro, I am having, my brain is actually malfunctioning. This is so stupid. Let's just move on. Fuck me. This is actually pissing me off. I don't know why. Oh! This is impressive.
We are gonna have to figure out the root cause of this behavior. Some of you guys.
That's not general. That's just dumb.
Does your husband
That's just dumb. Kill him, yeah. Throw that man out of the window now with the fucking cutlery. Throw him the fuck out.
Right after he finishes his meal,
holy
so he can't see you
shit.
cleaning up. Ugh, that was a great roast. Thanks, babe. Pass me your plate. Oh, sorry, honey. The sight of you cleaning makes
Put
me
him in the
uncomfortable.
machine.
Wait, what? Google is free. If you can learn how to build a deck,
You're gonna stack them upside down the drain. Yeah, that's right.
Arlecchino. You can take 2 minutes to watch a YouTube
Arlecchino.
tutorial on how to load a dishwasher. Put it on 2x speed if it's boring. But we still don't know if her husband had ulterior motives by doing this, or if he
it's so many, like, he put the wood in as well. Like at least as a man. Okay, so you want to talk about gender roles, okay? You want to talk about gender roles. At least usually men know how wood works. They know that wood should not be sucking out water like a goddamn Ihor. You know, like this is not how it works. Okay? Oh my god, this is just a dumbass.
Was
I don't
actually
know.
born with a permanent
But like
debuff
rage
in
bait, I
force.
am
All
mad.
I gotta
It
say
got
is,
me. I'm
please be
mad. I don't know.
careful
I'm
with who you
mad.
choose
I'm
as a
fucking
partner.
mad.
Couples who get married young before their frontal lobes are even developed and who have only dated for a few years without living together, congratulations.
I think everybody should live together for at least 6 to 12 months before deciding to marry. I think you need to live with a partner to know if you would ever do anything more, you know? Honestly, I don't know. Like living with someone will change your perspective in many ways. Hi, Amy.
We're worried for
Welcome.
you. You might end up having to raise two
I think a
kids
day is
after
enough.
giving birth to
No,
one.
I think you need more than a day. Day is too fast. Because you got that honeymoon phase whenever you're moving in with someone. You got that honeymoon phase. So you haven't seen the real deal. You haven't seen them act up properly.
Yeah, dude.
Anyone else baby daddy forget they're literally a parent too? I feel like whenever you have your wife is pregnant, I feel like you should do everything in your power to make sure that they don't have to do anything.
Maybe our Asian parents were right. Focus on school.
That's like, if we're talking about gender roles again, I know this weapon is called weaponized incompetence, but we were talking about gender roles. I think that's when your gender role as a dude should like pick up like automatically, and you should focus on taking care of your family.
Smarter first.
I don't know.
Definitely no dating until you're 20. Then date the same person for at least 20 years to really make sure they're not a giant toddler in disguise. And voila, the perfect marriage formula at the ripe age of 40. To call this the best case scenario we can hope for, chances are higher than we think. There are forums on Chinese social media
Quote of the day: never listen to your balls, they are nuts. True.
where dads will share advice with each other
Unless
on
it's 12
top 10
a.m.
ways to avoid helping your wife.
A new dad is asking for help, and his question is, we just have a newborn baby, and suddenly my wife's starting to ask me to do a lot of things, like helping her with dishes, helping her with chore, and helping him with the baby. So the dad's question is, what can I do so my wife will not ask me for help? And hundreds of dads provide their advice to this dad. The answer with the second most like that, just play dumb. Every time when your wife asks you to do anything, just play dumb and
Yeah,
make things messy.
true.
Like you have a low IQ. You
True.
don't know how to function. You don't know how to do. Even she told you a million times how to do those things.
Yeah.
Just pretend you don't know how to do those things. And
Exactly.
eventually she will never ask you to help with anything.
It's
Oh,
like
no.
whenever you say someone's name wrong, they're like, my name is Abe. They're like, Steve? No, Abe. Steve? Abe. Steve. They will give up. You know, they'll accept Steve at the end of the day. Because you just like, you're not changing, right? Then what are you going to do? See, Steve now. It is what it is. That's life.
Oh, not in China, where the ratio of males to females is already
That's actually me,
unbalanced.
but I'm
When the
slow.
women there don't want to be wives anymore, you're gonna have to ask your bro to help come take care of the baby. Not even Nicki Minaj will help you out. Or as Chinese people call her, Nicki Ma La Ji is racing with
True.
China to tell the men to do the cooking and cleaning. It's like a vicious cycle of sexism. We're reinforcing the idea of guys will be guys, they're dumb and are only good at making money.
That's right.
So girls should do all
Yeah.
the childcare stuff because
Men are stupid. That's
I
right.
want to help. I just cannot help her because I cannot do it as good as she did. So at the end, my wife stopped to ask me for help, but she also really appreciated that I want to help.
Like, doesn't it take more energy to mess things up and lie than to actually help your spouse out? We have Among Us online, no need to be playing it in real life too. My ex-husband told me on Friday that he couldn't pick our sons up from school because he doesn't know which school they go to. What? Does the husband not have eyes and ears and a phone to call and ask? My older brother, almost 22, can't empty the dishwasher because he doesn't know where everything goes. We've lived in this house for almost 6 years. He most definitely knows where everything goes.
Bro, you live here. How do you not know?
What?
That's what my, like, there was always like some specific like thing that I had no idea what the fuck it was in the kitchen whenever I lived at home. And every time I asked my mom, where is this? And I didn't ask about this because I'm trying to act stupid. I generally didn't know. She would always flame me and tell me, you live here. How do you not know where this thing is? And I'm like looking at it. It's some kind of thing where you cut like squeeze onions in or something. I don't like what is this? Where is this meant to be? So I can get it away, but like regular dishes, and I don't know. I don't know. Like people, I get it. My brother is the same way. He acts like he doesn't know anything because he doesn't want to do
I
anything.
think your brother might be a squatter. Do a DNA test and check if you're related. That might be someone that just looks like your brother.
Maybe,
Another
yeah.
common
You sneak
tactic
in.
to
Just a
avoid
homeless
certain
guy that came into your
responsibilities
house.
is to say, you're so good at cooking, cleaning, wiping the floors.
Yeah,
mopping the
praise your
dishes,
wife.
Wiping the
That's right.
ceiling. It
You're
wouldn't
so
make sense
good
for me
at
to do
being
it,
a maid. Good job.
since I'm so bad at it. So I'll just let you handle everything. Oh,
Oh
by the
my
way,
God.
the garage needs a bath. Even having a baby can't get you out of chores for a few days.
Pardon?
Can you do a roast?
You want me to do a roast?
Yeah.
Can I just remind you of something? I gave birth 2 days ago.
Yeah. 2 days ago, and you came out of the hospital straight away. You've been sitting around all this time, so you can make a roast.
To
Sure.
send me home to get rest at home.
Yeah, but you've been doing.
He's arguing with her. I feel bad, man.
Nothing but resting. Look at all these cups of tea for a start. I mean, look, I'm just saying.
I'm sorry that I need caffeine to keep going with a newborn baby.
Yeah, and it's not easy for me either. Right, I didn't give birth. No, but I'm not sleeping like you, so I'm knackered. You're awake. So, my mum and dad are coming, and you know what they're like. They always want a roast.
And you can hear he's getting
Yeah,
angry.
but I've not just given birth 2 days before.
And divorce incoming. Like, the worst part is that they just had a baby. Like, because now they're kind of tied together in some sort of way. Like, this really sucks.
You
Man.
can get up and make it yourself.
Throw oil the whole man, yeah.
We know that. I've tried. It's a waste of time.
Why are you gaslighting me?
I'm not gaslighting you. You always say I'm gaslighting you.
He's trying to
As much as I
manipulate her
joke
there. What
about
the
our
fuck,
world being
man?
a sim simulation, I'm pretty sure you don't automatically snap back to normal when the baby you've been growing for 9 months leaves your body. He might have seen me force my
I
sim
wonder
to-
what happens whenever you have a big child growing inside of your body, and then your body gets it out and has to adjust itself to back to normal. Like, I wonder, like, do you know how straining that is?
go on a snowboarding
That's very
vacation
tiresome.
right after
Your
she
body's gonna
birthed
be
the
tired all the
baby an
time.
hour ago. But that's a video game, man. Bro, at this
True.
point, take our shoes off in the house and order takeout roast. We're finally getting closer to understanding the wise words of that famous philosopher who once said,
Divorce, babe, divorce.
Yeah.
I saw a post of
Divorce,
someone
babe.
talking about how her
Yeah, that's right,
husband
babe.
never
Yeah,
cooked or did any
divorce.
of the grocery shopping, which bothered
Get the
her.
hell out
He
of here.
also never offered to help and made excuses
Man,
for
that's
why
a-
he couldn't.
man,
But after
wow.
he left her and the kids for a younger woman,
Yeah.
she had an unpleasant Trader Joe's jump scare when she ran into him doing the grocery shopping for his new Leonardo DiCaprio
Dealing with two
age-approved
babies
girlfriend.
for real?
Aw, maybe the real weaponized incompetence are the friends we made along the way. He had the ability all along. It was always within you. He just chose not to do it. Some guys are even going as far to not complete a task as a way to teach their spouse a lesson they didn't ask for. Never did I think the world would be so divided about pumpkin bars.
My wife sent me to the store to buy the ingredients for pumpkin bars. I'm walking the aisles and realize canned pumpkin not on the list. Is this a mistake? Do we already have it? Let's call the wife to find out. She sends me straight to voicemail, shoots a text, can't talk. I respond with my dilemma and continue shopping. 10 minutes later, I'm ready to go. Still don't have a response. Call her again. Straight to voicemail, can't talk. Text her again, need an answer. Wait 5 minutes, leave. Now, could I have bought canned pumpkin? Yes, but if we already have it, it's gonna sit on the shelf for a year. You only use it at Thanksgiving.
All this over a $3 can of pumpkin? Doesn't canned food
Is
usually
that
have
big
a
deal?
shelf life of at least a year or longer? Like, that's the food we eat year 5 into the nuclear fallout.
Halfway home, I get a text, we need canned pumpkin. I tell her I'm gone. She asks, can you go back? No, I called you twice. That was with purpose. You think I'm calling to chit-chat? Hey, haven't talked to you since breakfast. What's up? No. Now my wife is mad at me because she has to go to the store herself.
From the looks of it,
So I'm gonna be real. I kind of agree with him in some sort of way, but I'm also the guy that will buy, I'll buy an alternative. You know, I always do that. Whenever I remember when somebody asked me about, can I have this? I need this thing. They don't have it. I try to call them. I try to text them. They don't answer. So I buy something that is similar, but not exactly the thing. And then I go. And I think that is better than nothing, but I could kind of agree. Try to contact them, so you
your
know.
house isn't filled to the brim with stuff. I'm sure you
Even
have
if
the
halfway,
space in your
I don't know. The depends. Like, how long is the drive?
house for a
I don't know how
single-
important this is. The thing is that I kind of also would probably go back and buy it because it's required for an event. But I'm just saying that he's not entirely wrong on thinking this way.
500 milliliter can. This is not my relationship.
But you also need to think that your job, like his job in this scenario, is that they're hosting an event. She's cooking. She's doing all of the preparation. She's spending hours and hours and hours making this, right? And all he has to do is go shop. So I think there's nothing wrong with him going back and buying it again, you know? Like, there's nothing wrong with
what
that.
their dynamic is like. But reading the comments made me realize some of y'all are your spouse's biggest hater. Hopefully when you go home and she tried talking to you, our response was, can't talk. Take it anyway. If she doesn't need it, assume the buy. She'll manage to find something else to blame you for anyway. Are you guys okay? Why do 589 people dislike someone they literally married? Agree with your standpoint.
Interesting.
My lady would have just dashed the missing ingredient. Get a problem solver as a partner, fellas.
Damn.
I mean, the goal was to make pumpkin bars, not canned tuna bars. Relationships aren't meant to be so transactional, where I do one thing for you I typically don't do, and that's my contribution for the rest of the year. As with all new trendy internet terms, we need to be careful with overusing it to the point of it losing all meaning. Your situation of weaponized incompetence could just be a difference of opinion of how clothes should be folded, or it's just a case of someone needing to grow up and read a how-to article. These
You
extreme
didn't have to show
cases of
that again.
husbands looking like a biohazard label, and husbands forcing their wives to cook after giving birth. I really
Yeah.
hope they're in the minority. You're making all the good husbands look bad. Thankfully, the only person I know that sometimes does weaponized incompetence is the YouTube algorithm. Reminded to put its 1-week-old dishes in the sink and send my videos to your recommended by giving this video a like. That lets me know you
That's
enjoyed
right.
yourself here today. Have a good day, try not to be dumb, and
That's
see you in the next one.
exactly it. Exactly it. So don't be lazy. Make sure you like this video and sub to the channel. This is your moment, your time to shine, to show that you have the energy to pop off. That's right. Click the sub button. Come on, like the video. I appreciate it. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.